All right, what's going on, my people? Welcome back to IGLOOSIVE Podcast. I am your host, Polar Bear. Today I have a really good friend of mine on, and it's a pleasure to have him on. Y'all, welcome to the studio, Davey Jackson.
What's up, y'all?
Polar bear. Now we getting busy, bridging the gap. Cooler than the polar bear. Born in the game.
Polar Bear.
Brother? How you doing, man?
I'm good, dude.
Yeah?
Here in this igloo.
Yeah, welcome to the igloo, man.
Where a lot of comedians hang out, apparently.
Yeah.
they love a good igloo.
Yeah, dude.
Well, you know, Ice. A lot of them were fans of Ice.
Yeah, you know, it's kind of my thing. You know?
I didn't know that about you. That's crazy.
Yeah, I love Ice, man. Smoking it, drinking it, eating it, all that shit, dude. Ice is my thing. I'm trying to get more. I'm trying to because I want to lose more weight.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So,
well, snorting it or shooting it will probably help out with that quite a bit. It's a great diet.
All right. Well, I mean, look, man, if you want to get right into the interview, we can. This guy used to be an addict, and
just the most jarring intro. So this guy used to be addicted to drugs. Isn't that crazy, folks?
Well, it was like literally one of my questions I was going to ask. And since you brought it up, it's like, hey, it's the fucking perfect segue.
While we're talking about Ice, you used to do that, right?
You know comedians and their segues, dude. When you see a fucking opportunity, we'll get back into the addict thing. We're going to work our way in, but it was just, I had to do it. It was there, you know?
Here's a weird segue. I miss my ex.
Yeah,
so.
you know, it's like when a girl's kissing on your neck and like it's hard. You just want to rub it on her thigh. Like, come on. There you go. You want to rub it on her thigh, you know, like when she's kissing on your neck and you want her to feel it.
No, dude, you have to get consent to do that. Before you rub on the thigh, you have to have consent. Even though she's kissing your neck, you got to get consent for rubs. Rub consent. No? You know what? I'm not famous enough yet. That's actually the problem here.
Dude, I'm getting there.
I still have to get consent.
Do you need consent after they kiss your neck?
I mean, yeah, dude. Every step of the way. Oh. You have to sign like a full disclosure and everything. You need to see ID for sure.
Fuck.
Yeah.
I haven't done any of that.
Yeah, bro. You perform in Austin a lot. You're from Austin.
Yeah.
You should know these things.
Yeah. Well, I don't perform in Austin a lot. I just do it like once a year because I don't want to have to worry about consent.
Yeah, the Pacific Northwest, they don't care about consent at all.
I don't give a shit. Yeah. They fucking slap you on your balls if you ask about
real
consent.
America.
Like, you fucking pussy.
You
like,
can
hey,
do whatever
man.
you want. It's not a no until they say it 3 times in South Dakota.
Shit,
it's crazy.
All right. We fucking went from Ice to little rapey vibes. Okay, cool.
Sorry about that. Yeah.
All right. We're starting this off
what you were getting
great.
into. Come on.
Yeah, this is very true. It's very true. Nah, so this is my good friend Davey Jackson, man. We've done shows together. I actually met you through our mutual friend Israel.
Yeah.
And doing TikToks, and I heard about you doing TikToks, and then we worked together on the show. And I was like, this dude's fucking great. He's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, man. You were kind of the first comedian to really take advantage of TikTok, I think. I don't like that I said take advantage. To utilize or leverage.
Ask for consent.
TikTok.
Yeah.
But yeah, Israel, he walked up to me at the club in San Antonio one night. And he was like, hey, have you heard of my friend Polar Bear? And I was like, no, I haven't heard of him. He was like, he's doing TikTok too, because everyone kind of knew that I was doing TikTok at that time. And I like kind of popped off like out of nowhere.
Yeah.
He was like, yeah, Polar Bear's doing this thing on TikTok. You got to check him out, man. And I did. And I was like, oh, wow, yeah, he's got some really cool stuff on there. Yeah. And you and I were kind of growing really rapidly. And then I just stopped doing TikTok.
Yeah.
And you didn't. And then went on a world tour. And, I kept doing open mics. And that was, really good for me. That was pretty cool. And I don't regret my decisions at all.
Shit, dude. You shouldn't. You're like that close from being Matt Rife. Now you just look like a Wish.com version of Matt Rife. So.
I look like bargain bin Matt Rife. I can't tell you how many times I've heard that and how many times I've jerked off to that exact statement.
Nice.
Yeah, which is weird for me. But I've met him a couple times too. We were actually supposed to do a show together. Me and Matt Rife were.
No shit.
Can you imagine, dude?
Oh, dude, the girls are there. Oh, fuck, bro.
Oh, if I'd blown him on stage or something.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah. Consent or no consent?
No, I would definitely get consent. I feel like it's automatic with him.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, a guy's gonna blow me. Yeah. Of course, obviously. Why wouldn't
he be
I?
down for it?
Oh, he would. Yeah, he would. He's got the jawline.
Yeah, fuck yeah, dude.
So,
it's
just play it out.
He has like fucking Squidward jawline. Dude, you know what I'm saying? Like it's ridiculous.
He is the most beautiful man I've ever met in real life.
Yeah,
he is. Like the pictures you see of him, you're like, there's no way he looks that good. And then you meet him, and you're like, holy shit, is it better? Is it better in real life?
It's crazy.
Are you getting hard too right now,
dude? I don't know what's happening in my pants, but it's. Fuck, I didn't even think I was wearing skinny
supposed
jeans.
to be this warm? I don't know what's happening.
Fuck, dude. I don't know. I'm getting like flustered. And
I know, right? A little
Dude.
bothered over here.
I know.
Just quit shifting so much.
Yeah.
John.
Look, we're not gay. We would just suck his dick, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
you know,
not.
like-
I mean, you're gay if you don't suck Matt Rife's dick.
yeah. I think you are. I think you're homophobic.
Yeah.
You know?
You know what? That's a really good point. Yeah, if you don't suck Matt Rife's dick, given the opportunity, that's on you, player.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You're a homophobe.
That's it. Yeah, you are a bigot.
Yeah.
And you need to stop and suck his dick immediately.
Okay, I wouldn't suck his dick. I'm just I was trying to go with it as long as I could. I was like, this isn't working
Speak
for
for
me.
yourself, John. Speak for yourself.
Yeah,
All
I was
right?
like, this. All right, well, I mean, if you want to, man, on stage, by all means.
Oh, I've got a roster.
You should have done more TikToks. I don't have to do that shit.
I still have to blow guys for stage time. I'm past that. I'm polar bear. I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good. I don't have to suck dick if I don't want to.
It's not a necessity for you. Cool.
Sometimes I'm in the mood, you know?
Every now and then.
I mean, dude, improv chicken wings, for whatever reason, I have those. I want to suck dick. It's weird.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it because you suck the wing part?
Dude,
You do that?
I think that is.
Because I only eat drumsticks.
No, dude, I like getting the flats. Because it's almost like you can eat one side, then you break it apart, and then you just put that bone in your mouth, and you just and like take it off. Like it's you like how I made eye contact with you when I did that?
Yeah, I didn't break eye contact either. I want everyone to know I did not break eye contact with John on that, and I am even harder now.
Nice. Yeah.
No, but you're right. I don't eat the flats like that.
Yeah.
I never eat the flats. I only eat the drumsticks. Maybe that's why I'm not sucking enough dick.
You know what I think it is? I think I miss sucking dick, so I eat the flats like that.
That's what it is. You've grown beyond the blowing dudes, you know.
And
to
I
get
do
on
it
stage.
And, oh shit, we're fucking unlocking stuff. I do it in the improv green room, and that's where I used to suck dick.
See, there you
get on
go.
there it is,
There you
dude.
go. This is
Fuck.
this is just a story of your life now.
Dude, I want to lay on the ground and just talk to you like a therapist. That's fucking awesome. Let's just figure out more
Can we
stuff.
both lay on the ground at the same time?
I mean, whatever. Just don't get on
like
top.
on to, oh, okay. Well,
See,
okay, never
I
mind.
knew it.
Yeah,
I knew you were taking
I made
it
it
there.
weird. I apologize for that.
Fucking-
Yeah, no.
all right.
Okay.
So, anyways, enough about sucking dicks and smoking ice. How long have you been doing comedy?
Dude, I've only been doing stand up for about 4 years, a little less than 4 years.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I
yeah.
would have never guessed.
Yeah. Well, I played in bands before I did stand up. Mm-hmm. And so the stage presence was like I was already good with that.
What
And
did
that's
you like? What were you playing in a band?
So primarily the keyboard,
Okay.
which is not the sexy instrument, as we all know.
Right.
But I was also writing most of the music and doing all the vocals. So,
But
and then I
you're
would play
good with
rhythm
your
guitar.
fingers. You know?
Yes.
And you play the guitar?
Yeah, I do play the guitar. Yeah, rhythm guitar.
Oh,
But I can't play lead. I'm not good at that.
You can finger the shit out of a girl. That's
I
fucking,
could.
dude, that's great.
I'm too busy doing other things, you know?
Sucking dick.
I wasn't going to go back to it. So usually it's fingering girls. Yeah, but in this case, it's fondling balls.
All right.
But yeah, no, I played in bands for a long time.
Yeah.
And so, you know, you get over your stage fright playing in bands like that. And so I basically aged out of rock and roll. That's kind of what happened to me.
I got you.
I was like, you know what? I'm just too old to be jumping around on stage and partying like that. It's just, it's not sustainable for me. I'm going to transition to stand up and tell stories instead.
Right.
Yeah. And so, yeah, about 4 years ago, I did exactly that. Did my first open mic in San Antonio. Crushed it on my first ever time on stage.
No better feeling.
Oh, it was amazing, dude. And then you're hooked.
Yeah.
It's just like drugs.
Yeah.
People ask me, like, why do you love comedy so much? Like, it is the closest thing that you can get to doing, like, pure China White. You know what I mean?
Damn. Fuck
The
yeah.
endorphin rush, the adrenaline, the connection that you make with the audience when you're on stage and making them laugh like that. Like,
Oh.
you can feel that energy, dude.
It's amazing.
Wild.
It is.
It's better than playing music, honestly. Like, you connect with an audience when you're playing music, don't get me wrong. Like, when you're on stage and you're just rocking out and you've got a sea of people just jumping to your music, that is a cool feeling. But when you're on stage by yourself, just talking
yeah.
and having this visceral connection with people, it's crazy, dude. It is the coolest feeling.
Seeing that, I completely understand that because I did rap music for like 10 years.
Yeah, you're a rapper too.
Yeah, I did it for a while.
Uh-huh.
And so like I completely understand, but rap is like completely different from rock.
It is.
Because like rock, they're actually getting into it. Rap, you just have a bunch of dudes with their arms crossed trying to be cool and not show you any kind of emotion. You know, so like when I did comedy for the first time, it was like that because you connect with them and it's like there's no music behind you. It's you and a microphone.
That's
and
it.
when you can make people laugh just like that and you get like more energy than you did from like having an instrument in your hand, like it's fucking incredible.
It's wild. And that's one of the things that to me was so different because, well, you know, being on stage doing music, if you mess up, like if you forget your lyrics or something happens, you've got a band to back you up.
Exactly.
Or in your case, a DJ to back you up, right?
Yep.
When you're doing comedy, it's just you.
Yes.
That's it.
Yep.
If you fuck up, everyone knows. So
Yes.
there's that added pressure, which to me is even more exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it is.
It's a cool feeling, dude.
It really is. And if you mess up or you forget something, it's on you to like get yourself out of it.
Yeah.
And then when you get yourself out of it, you're like, holy shit.
I just dug myself out of that 9/11 joke. That was crazy. I can't believe I turned that around.
Right. Yeah.
It's like a fat hit of crack, dude. It's great.
I've never smoked crack, but that's
Well, for those of us that have, I know your producer has for sure.
fuck yeah, he has. Come on.
Look
He's
at
shaking his head no, but
No, he definitely has, dude. No, that's
bullshit.
My missing teeth does not indicate what you think.
Oh no, it's not your teeth at all, dude. It's not your teeth. It is just the look in your eyes.
Face, dude.
Yeah, it's more so the
Yeah,
eyeballs. Yeah,
yeah,
look at those things.
Something about that face says, yeah, I like smoke crack.
Yeah, and I've done it a few times. You know, I've dabbled in
Yeah.
crack.
Yeah. Crack is kind of my thing, you know?
He's just
so-
kind of, you know, you're just kind of itchy and
Not today.
no,
Only half itchy today.
only half itch. Wow, this is him at half
Just
itch.
there at half itch.
That's crazy, dude. Full itch, I cannot even imagine. This guy's bouncing off the walls, dude.
He'll be up on the ceiling
Just
right now.
geeking out. That's insane.
Looking like Gollum with long hair, just fucking. My precious.
Not even longer hair, just thicker. That's all it is. Like, dude, that's so insulting and hilarious. Though. He really does look like Gollum with thick hair. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
A little bit.
Bite into a raw fish real quick. Let's see that.
Yeah. Come on, dude.
Just do it.
He fucking had McDonald's on the way in here, too. Fucking loser.
Classic crackhead meal.
Dude.
Do not talk shit about McDonald's.
I love McDonald's.
I will come across this igloo.
Let's not do that, man. It's fucking styrofoam. We got it from Hobby Lobby, okay?
Don't mess up the igloo. No, 2 double cheese, small fry, and a medium Coke. That is the breakfast of crackheads, is what that is.
I did that for a long time until I got food poisoning from some double cheeseburgers.
Okay.
I'm strictly double quarter pounder.
See, the double cheese has never done me wrong.
Yeah,
Ever.
me neither.
No.
Me neither. I usually get like a 10-piece fucking value meal, supersize, and then a double cheeseburger.
You got to have that extra double cheese, dude.
You do, man.
You got to
do.
have it.
That's for the way home.
You know, and I'm taking back the compliment about him being a crackhead. I'm taking it back because any self-respecting crackhead would not admit that they got food poisoning from McDonald's, bro. Fuck this guy, honestly.
Yeah, that's
I just lost all respect, dude.
yeah. You're such a civilized American.
Unbelievable, bro.
Fuck,
That's what I get.
I thought we were cool, dude.
Yeah, yeah. It's cool, man. Just go over there and smoke some crack and come back. And,
Did you bring enough crack for everyone?
all right. So speaking of crack, now you can segue. I should have waited. This is a better segue.
That was a great segue, dude.
Fuck. All right. Well, whatever. We came out swinging, so it's cool.
We did, yeah.
Yeah, it's good. I know that you talk about it on stage, and I'm interested, and I'm sure like our viewers would be interested. I know you had an addiction.
Yeah.
Growing up.
Pretty
And
intense, yeah.
How many years were you addicted to? What were you addicted to, and how did it start?
Yeah, so it goes back pretty far. It all started when I was born, polar bear. What
the fuck? Your mom?
My mom was a dope fiend, and I was born withdrawing from heroin. No, I actually had a really cool upbringing. Well, cool is a relative word, but I was homeschooled and in a cult all the way up until I was 18.
A cult? What kind of cult?
Yeah, it was a fundamental Christian cult, a homeschool cult.
Okay.
And that's how I grew up. So very isolated. I was weird, dude. I was a weird kid. Like I always had my shirt tucked in. Like that was just the rule. Wasn't allowed to wear my hat backwards ever.
Damn.
Like my big rebellion in high school was that I wore a lot of jewelry.
Oh wow.
I still do. I'm still a big jewelry guy, dude.
Yeah.
And I think it's still like me saying, fuck you, mom and dad. I'll wear whatever I want. I'll wear this bracelet if I want to. But yeah, so I had just this really isolated, sheltered upbringing.
Mm-hmm.
And as soon as I left the house at 18, I just immediately got involved in alternative lifestyles. Is what I call it. Not gay. Not that. That wasn't until later. But alternative, like just experimenting basically.
Right.
With various substances. I started drinking pretty early, and that was always my first love was booze.
Yeah.
So I'd been drinking for a while, but the first drug that I ever did when I was 20 years old was cocaine. That was the first. That was my
first
drug. Never smoked weed, never
shit.
did mushrooms, nothing, just straight to coke.
Damn.
Yeah, and it was amazing. It was great. Life-changing. Dude, so I mean, the first time I did coke, it was just like an out-of-body experience. Like getting drunk felt cool, you know?
Right.
Like I didn't feel as awkward or shy or weird when I was drunk. Like I felt like I could actually relate to people and have real conversations because I mean, my entire life, dude, I grew up with other homeschoolers that were just as weird and awkward as I was and adults. And so I was used to having these just weird pseudo intellectual conversations. And then when I would try to go out into the real world and have a conversation with someone that I didn't relate to at all, it just felt strange.
Yeah.
I felt out of place all the time. So when I would get drunk, I felt like, oh, I can actually talk to people now.
Right.
And then when I did coke, I was like, I can control these people's minds. This is great. Oh my God. They're going to think I'm so cool now. But yeah, that was the first drug that I ever did.
Where were you at?
This was when I lived up in New England.
Okay.
So I lived in Connecticut at the time, about an hour outside of Boston, Massachusetts. And so I started doing quite a bit of coke, actually, like almost right off the bat.
Yeah.
I was also working in the financial industry.
Okay.
And so it was kind of accepted.
Right.
Like everyone kind of did speed. Or
Wolf on
uppers
Wall
or
Street
whatever.
type shit?
Yeah, dude. Except we weren't making nearly that much money.
Right.
But yeah. I mean, it was just kind of like an accepted thing. And so it wasn't necessarily weird. Like I wasn't like holed up in my room doing it by myself. I was doing it at work with my friends.
So your first time ever doing it, was it like a work function or was it like you were at a party or like who offered it to you and where was it at?
Yeah, so it was actually one of my work buddies that offered it to me, but we were at a bar after work. And that was the first time I ever did it.
Damn.
And then he gave me his baggie. He was like, hey, you can just have this. I was like, oh, well, I'm going to do this till 6 o'clock in the morning. This sounds great. So yeah, I mean, the first time I ever did it, it wasn't just like a key bump. It was a big old fat line, or a rail, as the kids call it.
There it is.
Yeah, that's the one, right?
All right.
And then I took about an 8-ball home and did the rest of it. Yeah. So right off the bat, dude, I was just like, I was hooked immediately.
That's insane.
And then I started selling it myself. Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Dude. Nino Brown.
Yeah, and then I became a distributor. I rose through the ranks quickly.
Like American dream.
Yeah, dude, it was great. It was great. I had a little trap house. I had my little lieutenants. It was super fun. And so we did that for about a year and a half until everything started imploding because that game is wild, dude. I mean, we could talk about just that for hours.
Oh yeah,
because that whole experience was insane. But while I was doing that, I also managed to get myself hooked on opiates. So I was doing coke and opiates at the same time, also known as heroin. So I was doing coke and heroin.
It sounds so much worse when you say heroin instead of opiates.
Oh yeah. Opiates just sounds professional.
Right.
It's like oh, just opiates. Okay, well that's not so bad. Oh, heroin. Oh yeah, he's a degenerate. And I was. But yeah, so I was doing coke and heroin, and it got really bad, and I decided that I needed to leave New England and move back down to Texas, and that's when I moved to San Antonio.
Damn. So how long was it before you started doing heroin? Like after you did cocaine?
Oh, it was just a few months.
Just a few months.
It didn't take long at all.
You were like, fuck this. I need something else.
Well, it was kind of like, man, I'm so like geeked up right now. I need to be able to, relax. I need to chill out, So
yeah, that's chill you out.
The easiest way to do that, yeah. Just, smoking a little brown clown. No big deal.
Brown clown? Is that what they call it?
Yeah. Well, that's one of them. Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah,
I heard like the white horse.
China White. I mean, that's heroin.
Well, I heard James Brown has a song named Heroin. Have you ever heard it?
No.
Don't hear it because you might relapse. But it's
Does he talk about how awesome it is? Because it is.
yeah. But he talks about like how everybody's like addicted and like it's a whole thing like an epidemic almost of just like y'all gotta fucking stop doing this shit.
Oh yeah,
And, like
mean,
he
it's
calls it like the
horrible,
white
dude.
horse of heroin. And
It's so that this is the crazy thing. Like this was for me. I've been sober almost 10 years. So I did get sober at some point, but you know, when I was doing it, like we didn't have to worry about fentanyl. Fentanyl wasn't a thing yet. You know, or the synthetic stuff, carfentanil, like that stuff is even wilder.
Yeah.
But I mean, at some point they started adding fentanyl into not just heroin, but also cocaine, which is crazy to me because fentanyl is like 100 times stronger, 1,000 times stronger than heroin, something wild like that. But they've started adding it to everything now.
Yeah.
And we didn't have to worry about that. So you had to worry about overdosing, which I did. But we didn't have to worry about like dying just because you got a bad batch or a bad bag.
So what did you overdose on?
Oh boy. Well, a few things, mostly cocaine though. I overdosed 4 times on cocaine.
4 fucking times.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah. That was wild. And some of my buddies overdosed too. I watched one of my buddies overdose in my car. That was insane. The only one that I have like much recollection of, because typically speaking, like that's the tricky thing about cocaine. Like you just forget how much you've done because you're having such a good time.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. You're just partying. And so you forget how much you've done. And then the next thing you know, it's just like, oh, it's getting really hot in here and everything's starting to get blurry. What's going on? Why am I getting tunnel vision? Yeah. Just like that.
Sorry, it's
that
all
was
dark.
That was a perfect impression of someone seizing out from a cocaine overdose.
Fuck, dude.
Yeah. So the one that I remember really clearly, I'd been up for like 48 hours at this point, and this is when I was like working on distribution.
48 hours.
Yeah.
Shit.
And I'd done quite a bit of coke at that point, and I showed up to one of my buddy's bars, and we were, you know, moving product through this bar as well. And I get to the bar, and I sit down, and he's there. He's the owner, and he's like, "You don't look good." And I was like, "Yeah, man, I don't really feel good. I think I need to just do a line or something to even myself out." And I did, and then I felt worse, and I'm sitting at the bar, and he's like, "Hey, you look really bad." And I was like, "Yeah, I don't feel good. I think I'm about to pass out." And apparently I did, fell off the bar stool and just started shaking. But I had told all my friends, if I ever seize out, don't take me to the hospital. I don't want to get locked up, you know, because they'll put you on a 24-hour hold.
Right.
So I was like, just take me somewhere safe if I, you know, overdose. So he dragged me into the bathroom of the bar, and I woke up in the bar bathroom, just, I mean, covered in sweat and vomit.
Oh.
Yeah. So that was the one that I really remember. And it was not a fun experience.
Was that your first, second, third, fourth?
I think that was my second. I think that was the second one. Yeah. Yeah, that was definitely the second one.
I understand how you can overdose that many times and keep going back to it. That's crazy. But I don't understand addiction.
That's the thing,
you know?
right there. Yeah. How do you become like completely broke? You can't even afford to live anymore, much less have a place to sleep. You're literally on the streets, and it's all for drugs. That's how addictive this stuff is for people like me.
That's crazy.
Because we'll burn it all down just for the next fix. And fortunately, I never really got that far. When I moved back to San Antonio, like my whole plan was, okay, I'm going to clean up, I'm going to get sober, and I'm going to like kind of reset, right? But I got to San Antonio, and the coke here is just as good as it is up north, apparently. Wasn't aware, but it's pretty great here too. So my sobriety lasted maybe a week, if that.
Fuck, dude.
Actually, no, it didn't even last that long. Literally on the drive down here. So my plan was go back to San Antonio, clean up, right? On the drive down, I took a 1/4 ounce with me and a bottle of vodka, and that was going to get me through the drive, right? I ended up getting through the entire 1/4 ounce, and so there might have been some spillage I might have shared. I don't honestly know how this happened, but the entire 1/4 ounce and the entire bottle of vodka was gone by the time I got to Washington, D.C. From Connecticut to D.C. Yeah, it was, everything was, I was like, well,
fuck, dude.
out of coke, out of booze. I mean, I was able to re-up on the booze, obviously, but couldn't re-up on the coke, so.
Damn, bro.
Made that drive. Yeah, but I was sober off drugs for about a week when I got to San Antonio. And then, you know, right back to it. Like, right back to it. Didn't get back on opiates for a while, though. Like, I stayed off of opiates for, I would say, like, maybe a year before I got back on it. Yeah.
Yeah. What was the turning point for you? Like, what made you say, "Man, fuck this. I can't do this shit anymore."
Dude, that is a crazy story. Okay, so I moved back to San Antonio. Life was pretty good. I met a girl that lived at my apartment complex. We fell madly in love. We ended up getting engaged.
Damn.
And we were supposed to get married. Yeah. Yeah, I almost got married, dude.
Damn,
I was engaged.
I couldn't even imagine that.
Yeah, I know, right? It's crazy. Crazy talk. But she was an addict as well. So we were both addicts. We were both active in our addiction.
Oh, shit.
At this point, like I told you, I'd been sober off of opiates for about a year. When I met her, I found out that she was a recovering opiate addict. But both of us ended up relapsing together. So now we're both hooked on opiates. We're both hooked on speed. She ended up having to go to rehab. We were together for 4 years, I think it was. She ended up having to go to rehab. The way I finally got her to go to rehab is I called our wedding off 30 days before we were supposed to get married. I told her, I can't do this. Like, you're a mess. Of course, I could take none of the blame. Right. Like, I'm fine. I'm good.
Yeah.
You're a mess, though.
Right. Doing the same amount, but you're
rehab.
just fucking weird.
Yeah, exactly. I'm stealing your pills, literally. But, you need to go to rehab. So we got her checked into rehab. She was kicked out of rehab within, I want to say it was like 72 hours. I checked her into rehab, went on a bender for the weekend. Like, I checked her in on a Friday night, blacked out Saturday through Sunday, got a phone call on Monday that she'd been kicked out of rehab because she'd smuggled paraphernalia in with her to the rehab.
To rehab?
Yeah, dude. Fuck. Yeah. They kept, they couldn't figure out why she wasn't detoxing. Well, it turns out she had a little stash, in her prison pocket.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Jeez.
So she was.
Is that her pussy?
That would be her vagina. Vagina, if you will. But yeah.
She asked herself for consent before she put it in there.
I guarantee
you. Yeah, you can.
She did not. She just jammed it up there. But yeah, so
crack addicts don't ask for consent. Come on, dude. What are we talking about?
They're just trying to party, dude.
Yeah.
So she ended up getting kicked out of rehab for that, right? So, and she only got kicked out not because she smuggled the paraphernalia in, but because she was sharing with her other detox patients. She was sharing. I mean, what a lovely girl,
She's all in rehab like, hey,
you want
to party?
You want to get a little sniff of this real quick? Not my pussy, the cocaine in here. But yeah, so she got kicked out, and I went to go find her. So I was in San Antonio. She was in rehab about an hour away. So I find out that she has been, kicked out of the rehab, and I decide I'm gonna get in my car. I'm gonna go to the area where this rehab is and see if I can find her.
So romantic, dude.
Dude, I am a hopeless romantic, bro. Obviously, I gotta go get my girl, dude. She's out there all alone, probably. Scared, cold, not high. I mean, I gotta
like
save
the
her.
Notebook, but with crack. I love this. Keep going.
If you're a junkie, I'm a junkie.
If I start pulling on my jeans, just don't worry about it. Right?
So I drive out to the area that her rehab is in, right? And before I left, I was like, I got to be sober for this, right? Like, I can't be, in an altered state of mind as I'm trying to find my fiance,
right?
Even though I'd broken off the wedding, like we were still engaged or whatever. But so I get to this town that she's supposed to be in. Couldn't find her during the day. I drove up in the afternoon, couldn't find her. Decided to stay at a hotel in the town so that I could, try to find her the next morning. Right. I took a Xanax that night so I could sleep because I was already like just feeling the withdrawals, right? Because I hadn't had any booze or drugs at that point in almost 24 hours, right? So I took a Xanax so I could sleep and went and looked for her the next morning. I'm driving through the town. I see her truck. I was like, that's her truck. That's got to be her. So I start following the truck and flashing my lights, right? The truck finally pulls over into a parking lot, and it is her, but with 3 other dudes in the truck.
Oh,
I was like, oh, boy. What is happening here? She's already turning tricks. Holy shit. So they get out of the truck, and I start like trying to talk to her, but she is out of her mind.
Oh,
like,
shit.
out of her mind. Like, just absolutely zooted, gone, right? So I'm trying to convince her, like, come with me. I'm gonna get you home. We'll get you, sobered up, and then we can get you back into rehab. Well, the guys that she was with, one of them was sober, and he was like, look, we got this. We're taking care of her. We're going to get her into another rehab facility. I'm already in contact, with another facility, and we got this. I was like, no, dude, let me take my fiance with me.
Right.
And then she interjects and says, you have to just let me go. And at that point, my heart shatters, right?
Dude.
Like I'm done at that point, right? Like I'm done. So I decided to just leave them.
Was it raining?
Oh, I wish, dude. No,
That'd
it was
be
a
such a
beautiful
cool-
day.
that'd
It
be
was a
such a cool
beautiful day. Yeah, really, God kind of fucked me on that one.
Well, I'm happy that it wasn't raining because I would have started crying. But I was already kind of getting teary. I was like, fuck, this is kind of sad. I'm really invested right now.
Yeah, I mean, it was a heartbreaking moment, dude.
Yeah.
Like, as messed up as I was, as messed up as she was, this was all we knew, right? Like, we'd been with each other for 4 years, and in spite of the multitude of breakups and getting back together, like, we thought that we were going to be together forever, right?
Yeah.
We're these two young, doe-eyed kids, right? So
Right.
she tells me that I have to let her go. This is in the afternoon at some point. I stay in this town for a little while longer, just making phone calls, trying to figure out, is there anything that I can do to get her back, to get her into another rehab? I'm talking to her parents. I'm talking to my parents. It's a mess, dude, right? So I'm still in this town. Finally, I decide to go home. I get back to my house, an hour away, I make the hour drive. I pull into my driveway and put the car in park, and I'm just sitting there, like, trying to figure out what's my next move here. Like, what do I need to do, right?
Right.
And I remember just starting to feel really sick. And then I felt my body start shaking, and I was like, what is this? And then I blacked out. And I woke up, and once again, I'm covered in, like, spit and my own vomit. I'd actually started detoxing because the only thing I had in my system at that point, I hadn't drank any alcohol, hadn't done any other drugs except for that Xanax the night before. So apparently, like, I was already withdrawing and, like, went into, like, a withdrawal seizure or something. I don't know.
Jeez.
So I get out of my car, and I know that something's got to change at this point. And so that's kind of when I decided, like, I can't keep doing this to myself. I can't keep destroying my life. I've got to change. And at this point, I was 29 years old.
Damn.
Yeah, 29 years old. And that's when I decided, like, I've got to stop, like, these temporary, like, little sobrieties. I could only ever stay sober for 10 days. So it wasn't even really, I hadn't been sober before. And so that's when I decided, like, okay, this is it. I'm turning my life around, and I'm going to stay sober. And that was 10 years ago.
Damn, dude.
Yeah.
So the addiction thing lasted, what, about 9 years?
10 years. Yeah. Yeah. No, 10 years. It was 10 years. Yeah. A little over. Yeah.
That's insane.
So I've almost been sober as long as
you were using.
I was using. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. Coming up on it. It's crazy.
That is, bro.
It's crazy, dude.
Well,
And the
good
fact,
shit, man.
Thanks,
I'm
man.
happy that you overcame that because that's a very hard thing to overcome. So I hear, you know, like it's a
Yeah.
lot of people don't, you know.
It's hard to overcome until you're finally ready. You know, and it wasn't my family convincing me. It wasn't my girlfriend or fiance trying to convince me, because tons and tons of people had tried to convince me. My roommates, my best friends, like, bro, you've got to stop.
Yeah.
And I never could stop. And I finally at that point was ready to just give it up entirely. And yeah, never ever looked back. So yeah, I mean, it's cool. It's cool that I'm alive.
Right.
You know, like, I definitely shouldn't be here today.
Yeah.
You know, so, you know, comedy for me has been like this outlet for all of that stuff, dude.
Yeah.
You know, where I can talk about the trauma, but at the same time, the things that shaped my life. And I can talk about that on stage in a funny way that people actually relate to, dude. Like, the jokes that I tell about, you know, being hooked on drugs. Like, I had a guy in Corpus Christi, actually. I did a show out there with my buddy Renee Vaca.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we did a show out there, and a guy came up to me after the show, and he was like, "Hey man, I just wanted to let you know that it's really inspiring to see you doing this, because, you know, I was addicted to heroin for years, and I've been sober now for almost 2 years, and it's just really cool to know that you've been doing this, and you're on stage, you're telling funny jokes about your experiences, and you've been sober for 10 years. That's just
Right.
really, really cool."
Yeah.
So it's really cool to get that kind of feedback from people that can actually relate to what I'm saying, because I never thought anyone would be able to relate to, you know, my years as a junkie. You know.
Yeah.
And here we are.
Nah, man, that's just so crazy, dude. Like, to think of being addicted to something for 9 to 10 years and then having something that like groundbreaking happen in your life, you're like, you know what, I don't want to do this shit anymore.
Yeah.
You know, and then the withdrawal of like vomiting and spitting, like that's the craziest part, because I didn't even know that was possible.
Yeah, dude. So it's really the only two withdrawals that can actually kill you are alcohol and Xanax. You won't die from a heroin withdrawal or a cocaine withdrawal or detox, but alcohol and Xanax can or benzos can do it.
No shit.
And the crazy thing, this is the craziest thing to me, dude. Like, yeah, I was hooked on drugs for 10 plus years, right? It took at least 2.5 months for my brain to like rewire after that. Like I stuttered for the first 2.5 months after I got sober. Like I had a really bad stutter. Couldn't get like my words to come out right. And so I would just sit there like blabbering, not being able to figure out what I was trying to say because it just wasn't connecting in my head. But that only lasted a couple months, and after that, it slowly came back to me. Still, you know, not working entirely.
Right.
The brain's not all there, folks.
Yeah,
My short-term memory is just absolutely shot.
Well, you got fucking lucky with doing it for 9 to 10 years, motherfucker. You know, like that's the. I mean, short-term memory. Okay, cool. Like that's
I didn't die.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. That's crazy. So when you did stutter, did you feel like I just need to do drugs because I don't want to stutter anymore? Did that ever cross your mind?
No, that's the crazy thing, man. Is like once I was done, I was done. There were like a couple moments here and there where I was like, man, I know how to not feel the way that I'm feeling right now. Like I went through a pretty intense breakup. Like I want to say like a year and a half, 2 years into sobriety, went through like a really intense breakup. And there was a moment where it was just like, I don't like the way I feel. I know how to not feel this way anymore. I know how to feel like I'm in outer space with 1,000 cute little puppies licking me in the face. That is how I would like to feel right now. And I know how to do that. And so there have been moments where it's like a temptation, you know, but I mean, even those moments, I snap out of it really quick. Just like, no, I can't do that. That's insane. Like, why would I ever want to go back to the way that I was?
Right.
Because I was a disaster, dude.
Oh man.
I mean, everything I did was just to get the next fix.
Yeah.
I mean, I was a successful business guy for years. And for 10 of those years, it was literally the only reason I would go to work is just so I could have enough money to buy my next fix.
That's crazy.
It's just insane, dude. Yeah, I was flat broke when I got sober. Like broke when I got sober. But I owned a house and had a cool car and all this other crazy stuff, dude.
Yeah.
But in reality, I had $0 in the bank account and was probably on the verge of, you know, getting kicked out of my house.
Fuck.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man. And it's crazy because of the fact that, like, if you were doing comedy in the 80s, you'd be at so much more of a high risk to going back to that lifestyle. Because, I mean, if you think about comedy back then, like with these dudes, like,
yes, dude.
Cocaine was everywhere.
And heroin, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, you got Chris up there, bro. Like,
yeah, man.
I mean, that guy was speedballing.
Yeah.
That's how he died.
Yeah, dude.
It's insane.
It is.
But now, you know and you're right about that. Like, it's almost like being sober is the cool thing now.
Yeah.
Like, so many comics I know that you might not even know about that are big names in comedy. I mean, everyone knows Theo Vaughn is sober, right? But there's a lot of other people in comedy that have battled addiction, overcome addiction.
Yeah.
And now they're living this super cool life.
Look, fucking Steve-O, dude.
Steve-O's wild, bro.
Yeah.
He's insane, dude.
Fucking insane.
Like, you think you're an addict, and then you hear someone like Steve-O's story, and you're like, oh, I was a giant pussy. That's what I was. You know?
Yeah.
That guy was nuts.
Like, legit, he was doing jackass stunts with drugs off camera for nobody.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
fuck,
just being crazy.
Yeah.
Just being a wild boy.
Yeah.
But, I mean, he was mixing everything, bro. Like, I mean, I was taking lethal doses of the stuff that I was doing and mixing a lot of it, which is so dangerous. But this guy was over the top. It's just absolutely insane. Yeah.
Yeah, man. I don't even know what it is like to be addicted to anything. Like I think the only addiction I have is like food. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's like a legit addiction, you know? Because like, I mean, now that like I have gout, like after I felt that pain, like I don't want to fucking do that shit again, you know? But I know there might be a time where I'm like, I'm probably going to eat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Or overeat more so. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. So like, that's the only addiction I know. But I've never had withdrawals of like not having McDonald's and throwing up on myself and blacking out. Like,
Can you imagine, bro? If that's literally the way it was, I'm at a Taco Bell in a week, and guys, I think I might die.
I'm all in a hotel room sitting down at the chair, and the fucking housekeeping comes in like, give me a double cheeseburger.
They walk in and you're just blowing a dude for a sack of burgers. It's not what it looks like. I'm just starving.
You don't see the grease on the bottom of this bag?
How big was that one you were working on?
Oh,
Good
man, it was
Lord.
big, dude. See, I was like back here, and I was already like gagging on it.
No, dude, that's a lot of shaft that you have.
Yeah, he's a black dude, but he had some really good burgers.
Tyrone makes the sickest burgers, dude. Yeah. The most addictive burgers you'll ever taste.
Tyrone's Burgers. You'd fucking eat there. Come on, dude.
Oh, I would.
Come on.
Absolutely. And
Shit.
he sprinkles crack in those burgers.
Fuck
for
yeah.
sure.
Fuck yeah.
But that's something that people don't realize. It's like, okay, addiction is not limited to drugs and alcohol.
Yeah, it's not at all.
It's not, dude. Like, it can be eating, it can be exercise, it can be mentalities.
Porn.
Like, yeah, dude. I mean, all of that stuff can be heavily addictive, and people don't necessarily understand that.
Yeah.
Because you don't see the same effects for someone who's got an eating disorder.
Right.
Or someone who's addicted to working out, or someone that's addicted to sexual deviancy, right? Like, you don't see the same effect. People aren't going homeless for that kind of stuff necessarily.
Right. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And so it's just a different perspective on it.
Yeah.
But that's something that I've talked to a lot of my friends about who don't necessarily struggle with drug addiction or alcohol addiction, but maybe they do struggle with something else that they need help with.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. I was like legit addicted to porn for a while. Like legit.
Really?
Like, yeah, dude. Like I'd fucking watch it all the time. I remember when I first got my own apartment. And,
oh, yeah.
Dude, I was fucking going ham on myself, bro. I was, like, it got so bad to, like, you know when you jerk off so much that, like, your dick hurts?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Start giving yourself some chafage.
Dude, I would, like, wake up and I'd be like, but I want to jerk off today. Like,
Seems like I have a jerk-off related injury.
I was, like, jerking off and crying, like, hurry up. Fuck. Two tissues.
Did you ever get a UTI from jerking off too much?
You know what? Dude, I didn't know you could get that.
I don't know if you can. I was just asking if maybe you have.
I know that I got a UTI in high school.
Okay.
And, I mean, you
were jerking it quite a bit?
Man, dude. Yeah. I was fucking killing it.
Yeah.
And
slapping the hog, baby.
Man. Dude, that's when I found, I think that's like when I first found out like about phone sex.
Oh, the 1-900s?
No, just like me and this girl from high school. Like we would like always like have phone
you were
sex
way
with
cooler.
each other.
Yeah, because I was homeschooled, so I didn't have a girlfriend. I just had to call robots. So that sucks. Thanks for bringing that up, John.
Yeah, I had actual emotions with the girl, so that was cool.
You asshole.
That's right. Now you're fucking killing it, and I'm just like by myself jerking off still. And
Literally not, but I appreciate that. I appreciate that vote of confidence.
No, you're killing it.
No, dude, you know the whole porn thing, dude. Like that was a weird one for me growing up, like homeschooled and in a cult, like not having any exposure. I didn't even get the sex talk, dude. I had no idea. I thought I'm so serious about this. I thought in order to lose your virginity, you had to come inside of a girl. And as long as you didn't do that,
You were still a virgin.
your dignity's intact, dude. Yeah. Yeah. And I found out that was not the case in a very strange way.
How'd you find out?
Right after I had sex with a lady. And she asked me, well, how do you feel? I was like, oh, I feel pretty good. She was like, right, but you're not a virgin anymore. And I was like, yeah, I am. I didn't come inside you. She was like, what?
How old are you?
What? Dude, I was
22.
This was like last week, bro. No, I think I was 18.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Fucking 18 and still
Yeah.
didn't know.
I don't remember losing my virginity.
That's crazy.
Not lying to you. Yeah. Now, some of that might be like the extreme drug abuse. and
Yeah,
not
maybe.
having
I mean,
a good recollection of
bit.
it, right? Yeah,
A little bit.
But I don't remember. I could isolate it to like 4 or 5, but I'm not sure when it actually happened.
I mean, you lost your virginity to her, though.
Yeah, well, true.
So you remember, but you don't remember coming inside of a girl for the first time. Come on, man, you still got to fucking.
Yeah, we're gonna play this bit out. It's a little weird.
You're in your 30s now, okay? You gotta
the consent thing, probably an issue for that. Honestly,
Yep.
No, I'm a virgin.
Yeah.
I mean, you know how girls are with virgin guys. They want to take that from you.
Oh man,
They want that.
I had a horrible. The first time I lost my virginity was fucking awful.
The first time you lost your virginity?
The first time. I lost it twice. I don't know why I said the first time I lost my virginity. I was just trying to go with it.
How often are you getting pegged, John? Because that's the only other virginity I know about. I lost my beehole virginity a couple of years later. That was even more traumatic, actually.
Yeah.
Tyrone's Burgers. It happened out back.
Man, they're good burgers. Oh, no. Fuck, dude. Said just the tip, and he went all the way in. Fucking asshole, fucking Tyrone.
So when you lost your virginity, it
was fucking traumatizing.
Really?
Dude.
Okay.
It was rough. It was back in, I was 20 years old when I lost my virginity.
Okay.
And it was back in the MySpace days.
Ooh.
And I was just at the point where I just wanted to have sex and get it over with.
Right.
You know, because I had like my other friends who had already had sex. They had sex in high school. And so they were fucking with me.
Yeah,
they
of
come up
course.
to me like, hey, John, you know when you're like, got a girl and you're fucking a girl doggy style? Like, oh, wait, you're a virgin.
Oh,
hey,
that's right. Oh,
like,
what a bunch of
you
assholes.
Fucking
Are these
dick.
people still your friends?
They're all dead.
Good.
In my mind.
You're right.
Nah, yeah,
Unrelated incident.
They're still cool. They don't come to shows or anything, so fuck them, but they're cool. But so I was like, you know what, fuck this. I just want to lose my virginity, right?
Okay.
And so like I hooked up with this girl and I got it over with and I was like, all right, cool. There. I'm done.
We're done. We can move on from this whole.
Yes. And I sat back and I was like, man, so that's what that's like. And she was like, what? And I was like, to have sex. And she's like, what are you talking about?
Oh, dude.
I was like, that was my first time.
Oh.
And she was like, no, it's not. And I was like, yeah, it was. She was like, you're lying. I was like, no, I'm serious. And she's just like, oh my God. Oh my God.
No, dude, that is not the kind of pillow talk you want.
And I was like, what? Not at all. It gets worse. And I was like, what? What's going on? What's going on? She's like, oh my God. I was like, what? Tell me what's up. She was like, John, I don't know how to tell you this, but I have genital herpes.
What, bro?
Yes.
No way, dude.
Yes. And I was like, excuse me? And she was like, well, no, I didn't know that you were a virgin. And I was like, does that make
How
a
does
fucking
that, what are
difference?
you doing?
Does that make a difference?
Well, yeah, if you're a slut, you deserve it. But, you know.
yeah, we met on MySpace. Of course you deserve herpes. But
What
she was
the
like,
fuck?
I don't have a breakout. You wore a condom. You should be fine.
Oh,
It
bro.
fucked me up mentally bad, bro. Bad.
Yes, dude.
Bad. Because this was in 2005.
Have you had sex since then?
No.
Yeah, I've been abstaining because I am terrified.
Just
Dude.
jerking off a lot and crying because I've been chafing.
Just all sad comes mostly.
No, so like this was back in 2005. So this is where they couldn't do blood work to see if you had hepatitis.
Yeah, or
So,
herpes is I think what
yeah.
you're trying to say.
Well, I wanted-
Hepatitis is Jesus Christ.
Yeah, well, you know.
I was sharing needles too. So
It's a form of herpes, hepatitis. But so I went to Planned Parenthood. I told them what happened. And they're like, well, we can't do anything unless you have a breakout. We can swab it and send it to the
They're
lab.
like, sir, you're not pregnant.
Like, I think you're okay, all right?
Pretty sure you're good.
I know you have titties,
But it was in my
chill
butt,
out.
and I might have a... Tyrone.
He lost his virginity. He came inside me. So they gave me a fucking pamphlet. And they're like, here, read this pamphlet, and it'll tell you all about it.
That's what they did for you?
Literally, that's it. If you have something pop
Bro.
up, swab it. We'll send it off. But until then, just read this pamphlet.
No way.
That's
No
fucking it.
way.
And so I'm reading the pamphlet, and the pamphlet says that a breakout can happen up to 7 years after contact. And so for those next 7 years,
Till
if I had
2012?
Yeah.
You were pressed.
Yes. Literally pressed. Like if I
Dude.
saw a girl, I'd be like, damn, she's kind of fine. And in my head, you know how like you have that voice in
Yeah.
your head. It's like, what are you gonna do, little herpy boy? You gonna give a fucking herp? Like literally like roasting myself.
Your inner monologue
And I'm like-
calls you little herpy boy?
Yeah, dude. He called me little herpy boy for like 7 years. I was fucking over him, dude. I was like, I'm not I don't even
Fuck
have
this guy.
I don't even have a little herpy boy. What are you talking about? Like, where did that come from? We haven't seen, but dude, any ingrown hair or anything.
Oh, yeah.
I'd be like, oh,
Immediate panic.
I got herpes.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Absolutely.
This is it.
Yeah.
This fucking bitch. She gave me fucking herpes. Dude, and I had
That is the worst Holy shit.
It was awful. Awful.
Bro, and this was when you were 20 years old.
20 years old.
You had been saving yourself?
Yeah, because I wanted it to be special. Oh, was it special?
Yeah, I was about to say.
Fuck.
It had to have been intentional, right? Like you were doing that on purpose, saving yourself, right? That's what we're gonna say legally.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then you finally get that nut off, and instantly, dude, I don't know what I would have done in that scenario, bro. I would have lost it.
Luckily, she was on the first floor of her apartment complex. If not, I probably would have just jumped out of the fucking window.
Thrown her out the window,
fuck it.
dude.
I probably would have just done it. Whatever.
Oh, dude. I mean, I've had scares like that, obviously, but not like that.
It was awful.
Where it's like, wait, what?
It was awful.
Dude,
That's
intense.
So fucking bad.
I got the first time I got an STD.
Nice.
First
time.
time.
I like that. Told you guys get around. I've been fucking pounded.
I remember my first time.
Pussy pounders. Let's do it.
It was in a parking lot of a bar. And there was this real pretty lady that was walking by.
Of course it was in the parking lot of a bar.
After closing hours. So this is after 2 a.m. here in San Antonio. See this girl walk by and she was wearing leather pants. Remember when the stretchy leather pants were a thing? Yeah. Saw her walk by and I was like, nice pants. She was like, oh, thank you. I was like, yeah. You want to go somewhere? She was like, where are we going to go? And I was like, my car. Got her in the back of my car. Boned one out real quick. And got gonorrhea.
You deserved that.
I did deserve it.
That was way too easy. You didn't even question it. You're like, hey, nice.
Deserve it was my girlfriend at the time. Which is how I found out I had gonorrhea.
Yeah, dude, you're gonna get so many girls hitting you up in your DMs. They love that shit. Like,
yeah,
what?
If you're out there and you are the young lady that gave me gonorrhea, hit me up. I've got some things I need to say to you.
Yes, exactly. No, dude, you're probably gonna get a lot of girls. Girls love that shit, dude.
Oh yeah,
they don't admit
cheater
it
with gonorrhea.
Fuck yeah, they don't admit it, but they love being in that situation. Look, it's probably going to be some girl I'm talking to trying to be nice to and like want to take out and be a gentleman.
Yeah.
You're like, hey, I can give you fucking gonorrhea from a girl with leather pants.
No big deal. I got you.
I'm like, fuck yeah, I love you. I'm going to get Tyrone's Burgers. Like,
Tyrone's Burgers, their stock is going up after this
yeah.
podcast.
Fuck yeah. If it's not out there, Tyrone, you got some work to do.
You got some burgers to grill,
yeah,
my boy.
man. Fucking make that shit happen.
Dude, that's like STDs are so scary. That was another thing, but like I don't know how I didn't end up with hepatitis.
Dude, seriously.
Yeah, from all the drugs that I was doing and the needles that I shared when I did. Like, I mean, it's crazy. It's just absolutely crazy. And it's crazy that
bullshit. So much bullshit.
You had a herpes scare before I ever even thought about having a herpes
That's
scare.
so much bullshit.
It is. That's fucked up.
That is.
It really is.
You did fucking crack and heroin for 9 or 10 years. I fucking drank Zima at 15 years old. That's like as wild as my life got.
Ruining your life.
Yeah. Fuck, dude.
You can't trust these MySpace hoes, dude.
Oh, man.
Tom is not your friend.
She was out of my top 8 like that. I was like, fuck you, bitch.
Oh, I'm sure, dude.
Fuck you.
Did y'all talk like
4 minutes in my head?
Did y'all like ever talk after the fact?
A little bit, but there was nothing like crazy.
Be honest with me, John. Did you have sex with her again? One more time.
Because in my head, I was like, well, shit, what if maybe I got it?
I mean, if I've got it already.
I mean, I wanted to try it again, dude. And afterwards, I was like, you fucking idiot. You fucking dumb. You're fucking
well, I mean, there's
idiot.
a reason
and
that
I
she
never
hasn't,
did it
though.
again.
I mean, like, if we could just, shift our perspective for a moment. Isn't herpes really a badge of courage?
No.
No.
No, I can't switch my perspective from that.
Trying
I'm
to
too
improv this a
traumatized
little
for that shit. I'm too traumatized for that shit right now.
Like, she was so good, someone gave her bumps on her vagina.
It was probably a dude in leather pants
Probably was, bro.
at a bar. She was like, hey, nice pants. She was like, oh, thanks. You want to go out to my car? Yeah. Herpes.
You want to get railed in this Honda Accord coupe? Want to do that real quick?
Fuck yeah. Just move the baby seat out of the way.
Exactly. Dude, that's wild, bro.
Yeah, bro.
I cannot believe that.
It's fucking, yeah, it was awful.
Dude.
Yeah. It fucked me up, dude. Oh, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think that's probably why I like porn so much. It was like, well, I can never get nothing from here.
I mean, yeah. Well, besides, I mean, I don't know if there's an STD that transfers from bacteria under your fingernails or not, but I mean,
Yeah. The likeliness of that though happening is pretty slim compared to just like
Yeah.
your first time,
Dude, it's crazy to me that I never got anything serious.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I talk about this on stage too. I have a certain affinity for exotic dancers,
Yeah.
if you will.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
And I ran through quite a bit of those in my younger years.
Fucking show off.
Well, I mean, it's not really showing off, dude.
You're bragging.
No, that's not okay. People think that strippers are like the holy grail. They are not. They are not.
Well, not like they're not girlfriend material, but they're like when you go to a strip club, you're like, damn, I'd love to.
True.
Yeah.
True, and it's pretty easy. It's actually not.
For you, it's easy.
No, dude, no.
Fuck you.
No.
For you, it's easy.
I've got quite a few friends that we have exchanged tips, if you will, and all of them have pretty good success with it. I'm telling you, it's just a system, dude. It's a system, and anyone can do it.
I can literally go in and do these tips, and I won't get laid.
I promise you will.
I'm telling you, I won't. And if I do, she'll tell me she has herpes afterwards. Literally my life. Like, fuck yeah, it worked. What,
Dude?
Oh yeah, I forgot I have herpes. Like,
It's just all a numbers game. It's literally just a numbers game. The way that I got, what is it this side? The scar on my eyebrow? The way that I got the scar was proving this theory.
Wait, you got a scar on your eyebrow from a stripper?
Well, not a stripper, a boyfriend.
Ooh.
I got it from a boyfriend.
Nice.
But me
Let's
and
get
my
into this story.
we walked into not a strip club, but just a regular nightclub. We walked into this nightclub. Two of my buddies were just like pining over this one particular girl. Like just, oh, she's so hot. I wish, I wish we could go talk to her or like, see what her deal is or whatever. And I'm standing there listening to him just bitch and moan. I'm like, guys, just go talk to her. The worst she's going to say is no.
Yeah.
They were like, no, dude, you don't understand. You don't get it. And I'm like, no, I literally do. This is all a numbers game. I guarantee you, I promise you that I can walk up to a girl in this nightclub and all I have to say is, do you want to go fuck? And she'll go home with me. And they were like, there's no way, dude. I was like, it might take a few girls, might take a few, but I guarantee one of them will do it. And I was wearing aviator sunglasses.
Oh, extra creepy.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Fuck.
I was smacked all the way out, by the way. Let's just get that clear. I was very high, very high.
All right.
It took me about, I want to say, between 20 and 25 attempts.
Fuck, dude.
Yeah.
Told 20 or 25 girls, hey, you want to go fuck?
Yep.
God.
Yep. And that's all I said. I got slapped once, but one girl, I walked up, said this, and she was like, yeah, let's go. So we walk out of the nightclub. We are heading back to my buddy's car because obviously they saw me, grab this girl, and we were leaving. And I was like, hey, we're out of here, bro. I told you I could do it. So we're walking to the car, and right before we get into the car, I hear someone behind us screaming, like distraught, screaming, Jessica, what the fuck is going on? I turn around. It's this dude like running down the sidewalk after us. And the girl holding my hand turns around and she's like, oh God, it's her boyfriend.
Oh, fuck.
It's her boyfriend, dude. And he comes running up. He's like, what is going on? And I was like, well, we're leaving, dude. I don't know who you are. Because Jessica had not told me at this point.
Yeah.
He was like, that's my girlfriend. I'm her boyfriend, dude. And I go, well, that's crazy because she's about to come home with me and we're going to fuck.
What a douche.
So he rightfully loses his shit.
Yeah.
And my buddies are like just trying to grab me, like, bro, just let it go, dude. Dave, just get in the car. Like, let's just go. I'm like, no. This guy wants to fight. We're gonna fight.
Wait, hold on. Pause. Crack or heroin? What's in your system right now?
Percocet.
Ooh,
A lot of Percocet
fuck
and booze, and quite a bit of booze, and
Oh,
probably a little Coke too. Probably a little, yeah.
Oh man, you're hopped up.
Oh yeah, I'm
Fucking
I'm
10
ready to
feet
go.
bulletproof. Let's fucking
I'm
go.
ready
Let's
to
do
go,
this
dude.
shit. I'm gonna fuck your girl. You want to watch, pussy? Yeah, hell
Hold
yeah.
the camera, bitch. Yeah. So, but I am extremely intoxicated at this point, right? And I'm standing there on the sidewalk. My friends had tried to get me to leave. I was not having it. This dude just squares up, and I just stand there because I'm like, I I don't even know what's really going on at this point because I'm so wasted.
Yeah.
And he just hauls back and punches me right in the face. I mean, so hard. I didn't even flinch, dude. Just, I mean, snapped my head back, knocked my glasses off, and I just like look at him and then look back at my buddies, and they're like, "What?" And I'm like, "He just fucking hit me." And they were like, "Yeah, dude, you said you wanted to fight him." I was like, "No, I never said that. I didn't say that at all. What are you talking about? He just fucking punched me in the face. Are y'all gonna do anything about this?" So
I could literally like see you there just sitting there like not even knowing what's going on. Like, it's been a pretty
what?
What the fuck, dude? You said you wanted to fight him. When the fuck did I say
never
that?
said that. That doesn't sound like me at all. I'm a pacifist. I'm a lover, not a fighter. I'm clearly gonna fuck this girl, Jessica. Who is this guy?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I go to pick up my sunglasses. They're just shattered. He shattered my sunglasses. Get back to my buddy's house. I pass out immediately. Probably not a good idea because there's a good chance I was concussed. Right?
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
he hit me so hard, bro. Like so hard, like with the fist of God. I wake up the next morning. I walk into the bathroom and I look in the mirror, dude, and I am covered in blood, like covered. My first thought, literal first thought was, "Oh my God, I died and I'm a ghost looking at myself right now." Right?
Yeah.
When I realized, okay, wait, I'm not a ghost. I'm actually real. My second thought was, who did I kill? Like, I like legitimately thought, like, did I accidentally kill someone last night? So I start washing my face off because my face, my chest, my clothes are just covered in blood. Start washing my face off to see like where the blood's coming from. And it was just this tiny little cut on my eyebrow. And it happened when he punched me in my aviators and one of those little shards just sliced me perfectly right down the eyebrow. Missed my eye. Thank God. Could have been blinded or something.
Yeah.
But yeah.
The fact that didn't make you stop doing drugs.
Oh, that emboldened me. What are you talking about? Like, I am invincible. This is amazing. I got rocked last night. And
like, what did I have
now I
again?
got a cool scar.
Percocet, cocaine.
The old cocaine.
Old cocaine.
And probably a good amount of vodka at that point. I was drinking a lot of vodka at that point.
Fucking vodka.
Yeah.
Hanging around a bunch of white boys, right?
Oh, yeah. But I mean, I went through everything, dude. I went through my vodka period, RBVs, Red Bull vodkas. You got to love them. Went through my whiskey.
RBVs.
Yeah, RBVs, yeah.
Bro, you want to get some RBVs? Let's go, bro.
You want some Jaeger bombs?
Yeah, I'm gonna go tell 25 girls that they want to fuck tonight while I drink RBVs in my aviators.
Literally. I was probably wearing a really stupid hat back then, too. I can almost guarantee it. But yeah, I drank all kinds of different alcohol. Tequila was my favorite for a while. Ooh. But then I went to Hawaii and drank a gallon of Jose Cuervo Gold in a 24-hour period. Shit. And could not drink tequila for like 3 years after that.
Fuck.
Yeah. And after that, it was purely silver tequila. Could never drink gold tequila again. Like not even like 1942. Nope. Can't do it.
See, I have that with fucking Patron, dude.
Oh, really?
Dude. On my 30th birthday.
Oh, yeah.
My buddy got me like one of those like small glasses filled with shit, and he just like checked on me like every fucking 5 minutes.
Yep.
What are you doing? Come on, let's go. Let's go. Come on. Like, dude, no.
Just being a good friend. Yeah.
Oh, dude. Now people try and like get me shots, and I have to take them on stage. I mean, I don't have to, but I do it.
Yeah.
Because I want to be a dick.
Right.
And you know, like in Latino culture, that's very disrespectful, you know?
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Not
like
to take a shot?
Yeah, somebody buys you a shot and you don't take it, it's disrespectful in the Latino culture.
What if you're sober like me?
Well, I mean, you're going to get stabbed.
You're about to relapse, bro. That's what's about to happen. You're going to smoke that crack and take the shot. Yeah. All right? He offered it to you. Do it.
So, like, anytime they're like, hey, what do you want a shot? You want it like Patron or what? I'm like, dude, I want, just give me whiskey. No mames, you want whiskey? Like, dude, give me fucking whiskey or I'm not going to take the shot. I tell them that way. If they buy it for me, I'm like, fuck, dude. All right, whatever.
Now you got to do it.
Yeah. I remember Canyon Lake. I was on stage at Goofy's.
Yeah.
And they kept buying me shots.
Oh.
And, like, I think I made it like 25 minutes into my set. They had already fucked, like, Israel went up before me, and he was already, like, buzzed as shit when he got off
sure,
stage.
Yeah.
And so, like, when I was up on there, like, at 25 minutes in, I was like, that was masturbating wrong. And I was like, the way I used to masturbate. I was like, fuck it. And I just like started like talking shit to everybody and just like fucking doing crowd work drunk as shit.
And they probably loved it.
Dude, it was fucking dumb. I was like, this is yours fun. You want to buy me shots? Like literally had to fucking sit there. Chas was there. She fucking went and got me wings and came back. I ate to try and sober up. She's like, I'll take you home if you need to. I was like, I'm gonna be okay.
The hilarious part is that drunk voice is pretty spot on for you, and you don't sound drunk. You actually sound like mentally handicapped. Am I wrong? Does he sound like?
Goes back to that conversation you have, your wishes.
Oh yeah.
This is just John drunk. He's not making fun of any groups of people.
I'm not making fun of anybody. I'm just getting drunk. Why? What am I saying?
Just a touch of the tism.
Oh shit.
Oh my god, that's so funny, dude. Yeah, but
man.
I don't know how you guys even do comedy drunk. I cannot. I know what I was like when I was playing in bands drunk or high. I was a nightmare.
Yeah.
I mean, I got kicked out of one band for throwing a fit that the green room wasn't nice enough for the venue that we were staying at. Because I was all wasted. I got kicked out of that band. And when I was on stage all fucked up, like I was just a mess.
Dude, I'm so glad you're sober. We would not be fucking friends.
Oh no.
You just sound like
you would hate me, bro.
the worst douchebag of a person.
I was awful.
Fuck.
I was like a terrible human being.
Yeah.
Like anyone, if I could turn it around, anyone could turn it around.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I don't understand how people get drunk and then go up on stage and tell these jokes. Like for me, it's difficult enough, like coming up with a premise and a punchline, you know, that's going to make a crowd of 200 people just bust out laughing, right?
Right.
And I'm not successful about it a lot of times, you know. But to do that drunk, I cannot even imagine, much less like smacked out or coked up. Chris Farley going up on stage night after night, just zooted on speedballs like that. I don't know how anyone does it.
Yeah.
I cannot imagine.
Yeah.
Unless you're just insane.
I always wonder about Shane Gillis.
Oh yeah, because he gets
like,
wasted.
At Kill Tony, he's like 6-7 beers, like on stage within 2 hours. But he's funnier as the night gets. Like he gets sloppier and more arrogant, but he's actually funnier as he gets more drunk.
That's a really good point because Shane Gillis crushes beers, and he does get like a little bit funnier as he gets buzzed. But then I feel like there's a drop off too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like at some point it's just like, okay, well this is weird now.
There's one other person who can do that. It's Corey Holcomb.
Oh, really?
Corey, he'll go up there with like a fucking fifth of Hennessy.
Yeah.
And he'll just sit there and he'll drink with the bottle and he'll just pour it and keep drinking. And you know that he's messed up because like by the end of the show, he's like, oh, I told him I wouldn't do it. Like I'm like, oh yeah, this dude's fucked up, but he's fucking hilarious.
But he's super funny when he does it, right?
Dude.
You know who else is like that is Jeff Dye out of LA. Dude, he gets, I mean, that guy can drink, bro. And when he gets sauced up, he's still just as funny, if not even a little bit more funny. The thing that was interesting for me though, like with like watching Shane Gillis drink beers, I could never get drunk on beers.
Really?
Like well, I mean, early on I could obviously, but after a certain point, like, I mean, I could drink 24 Lone Stars and not even have a solid buzz going.
Fuck, dude.
Like I would have to drink a full bottle of whiskey or a full bottle of vodka just to feel like drunk.
That's awful.
Yeah, that was really, really awful. So maybe if I was just drinking beers, I could do it. But if I was drinking shots and that kind of thing, like you did at Goofy's, there's no way.
Yeah.
I'd be a disaster. I would just be an absolute mess. Not funny at all. Mostly just crying, probably.
So now this guy's downing. He was downing beers, downing whiskey, downing all that stuff.
Yeah.
Now you're downing seltzers and Cokes and
oh god, dude,
Sprites and
yeah,
all this different shit that I see. Is that just like to take care of like? Is it almost like a crutch of like I don't want to go back to it. I just want to pound this shit, or like is it a rush or like what the fuck?
It is kind of a rush. Yeah, it is kind of a rush. I think it's more so like I have a very juvenile sense of humor. Burps and farts will always be funny to me. I just think it's hilarious. And when I first saw the Sprite challenge on TikTok, well, actually, it wasn't even the Sprite challenge when I first saw it. It was this guy that drank like a sparkling water. He drank a 12-ounce can. He burped, turned around, like he acted surprised at the burp and turned around and ran into his garage door.
I saw that, yeah.
Bro, I laughed so hard. Not just because the burp was funny, which it was, but also you throw in that slapstick effect, and that's even funnier, dude. So I thought it was the funniest thing. The first time I tried a challenge like that was years ago, like during the, I don't want to say the word, the panorama. I'm going to put it that way, right?
Yeah, thanks.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about. Alex Jones is going to take over right now, folks. So, panorama.
This has all changed.
Yeah, it is. We don't get censored. All right. Anyways, go ahead.
So, I did a challenge like that with just a 12-ounce can of sparkling soda, and then the Sprite challenge took off, and I saw that on TikTok. I was like, oh, I want to do that. That is hilarious.
Yeah.
And so I started doing it on my podcast.
Yeah.
Right. And it went really well.
Yeah.
I mean, I had a few different like super viral clips from doing the Sprite challenge on this podcast. And then I ended up actually doing it on stage.
No shit.
Yeah. I did it on stage as like my closing bit. One time, dude. I've only done it one time. It was when I was, once again, with Renee Vaca down in Brownsville, Texas.
Oh, man. I went to an ape shit over that.
Oh, dude. He told me, he was like, bro, if we sell out this show, you've got to do the Sprite challenge on stage. I was like, all right, yeah, for sure, I'll do it. Not realizing that we had already sold out the show.
Motherfucker.
Oh, he got me, dude. He fucking got me. So we get to Brownsville, and I'm like, all right, I guess I'm going to do it. And, dude, the crowd went nuts.
I'm sure.
They loved it, bro.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Does that shit hurt?
Yeah, it hurts, dude.
Yeah?
Yeah, because you're drinking like 20 ounces of bubbly fluid. And so you can feel it just going down through your chest, just expanding. It feels like you're giving yourself heartburn as it's happening. Yeah, it sucks. It's not a fun experience.
Damn.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I want to do something right now. So I don't have a Sprite, but I do have.
What do you have?
I have something my Latino viewers will know about.
Oh, dude.
A Topo Chico. That's right. It's not 20 ounces, man. It's only 12. Come on.
That's the worst stuff, though, dude. The sparkling water is so much worse than Sprite.
You got hit in the fucking face by a dude.
Are you gonna let me have sex with you after this job?
Not live.
Not on the air.
And I need papers because I don't want the fucking. I have herpes talk afterwards.
Are we doing this?
You down?
I'm down. I mean, I can't back out now. Feel like I'd be letting down my friend.
And look at that right there.
Woo! Look at that fancy.
I like that.
Washington, D.C.
Folks, Alex Jones here.
Drain the swamp. Drain it.
Alex Jones right here. I got so it's a bottle opener. And you see that right there. You probably can't even see it. It says Washington, D.C. on there. It's the best bottle opener known to mankind. I mean, this right here could fight tyranny. Stop tyranny. And its tracks. You can get these on InfoWarsStore.com. Anyways.
Alex Jones, I hate to tell you this, but Joe Biden actually came on that bottle opener. You just touched Joe Biden's cum.
I like that. It's not that bad.
Feels nice.
It smells like pizza sauce. I don't know why. Cheese pizzas. You get it, Obama? No. Anyways, all right. We're going to get banned. We're doing too much now. All right, anyways. All right. Let's do it, man. So this is a Topo Chico Lime.
Ooh, yikes. Okay,
Come on,
I'm gonna
man.
chug this whole thing. The goal is you chug the whole thing, right? You don't burp. I can take breaks if I need to, though. Okay?
Oh.
So I don't want to hear...
Pussy.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to obviously try to down the whole thing because you're watching, so...
Yeah. Here we go. Oh, yeah. Oh. Yeah. I'm not even going to say any jokes because I don't want to ruin it. Y'all write your own jokes. There it is. Oh, fuck, dude. Oh, his eyes are watering. There. Oh, yeah. Fuck, dude. Oh, almost. Oh, fuck, I'm almost there. Oh, yeah, there it is. Oh, fuck. Dude. Uh-oh. Don't burp. Don't burp.
You have to, dude.
Nope.
Oh, I might throw up.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Did you hear the 3?
Yeah.
That was like 3 very distinct birds.
It was like the 3 dudes who were with your ex-girlfriend in the car.
Oh, fuck you, dude. Fuck you. I hate that callback. I hate that callback.
Yes, dude. Oh, man, that was so great. You can't plan that shit.
I don't know if I'm crying or...
Wait a minute.
Oh,
I smell Tyrone's burgers. You son of a bitch.
you bastard. Oh, you bastard. Oh, dude.
Oh,
That was so intense.
Fuck yeah, that's intense.
You know what? That one didn't come out my nose, but I actually thought I was going to throw up when I first felt it, like, trying to come up. I was like, oh, dude, I'm going to puke on this microphone.
You're fucking squirming like it didn't have consent. You're just like...
I didn't know. The Topo Chico bottle did not get consent from me.
Yeah.
You know, the only one I've thrown up on is root beer.
Really?
Yeah, I threw all the way twice. I threw up twice after I downed a bottle. Oh, Jesus.
Nice.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, that tastes awful. What did I eat? Oh my God. Ugh.
I don't even want to smell that shit.
No, you don't. It smells like garlic. What did I eat?
Okay. Well, on that note, it's been really fun, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
I appreciate you coming on, bro. For real, dude. It's been fun. I appreciate you making the drive and coming into the new studio and blessing us with your presence, dude.
I appreciate you hurting my feelings and my esophagus. That was really cool.
Yeah. Now you know how girls feel. All right.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I'm just getting charged up and we're about to end this shit.
You're on one now, dude. Now you know how girls feel. A little dangly thing in the back of their throat. You know.
Yeah. I love it. All right, man. Let them know where they can follow you at and find you at.
Yeah, I'm on all the socials at Davey Jax, DAVEYJAX on TikTok. I believe there's 2 X's, as well as YouTube, I believe. And then I've got my own podcast, Friends with Davey. We do a live stream every Wednesday. Would love to have you on sometime, dude.
Definitely.
Trade some stories. Check it out. And then I've got shows all the time, DaveyJax.com, DAVEYJAX.com.
Awesome, bro. Really funny dude. Y'all check him out if he's ever in your town, ever in your city. Yeah, man. Besides that, thank y'all for tuning in. And until next time, we'll see y'all.
Later, y'all.
Cooler than the polar bear. Born in the game.